What is shaking? Let me get all set up here. I apologize to everybody for the wait. You know, you got to take care of your rig, and by rig I don't mean my car. I mean me. And so I had some stuff that I needed to take care of. So I appreciate everyone's patience, but I do apologize for that. Great graphic with the turkey. I love that. Thanksgiving week, so we'll get into a little bit of that. But hello, Mr. Jones. How are you?
Tommy, great to have you. Fired up.
I'm joining everybody. Thanks for showing up to your own show.
That's so nice of you.
Oh, man. And I forgot to say, number 84 in your program, number 1 in our hearts, Brent Jones. That's always. He's our favorite tight end around these parts. We're going to get into a little bit. I'm going to ask Brent. We'll get into the Niners, obviously, but then we'll get into Aiyuk. We're going to get into Lane Kiffin just a little bit. I've already wasted too much of Brent's time today, but he said, you know what? If you want to waste a little bit more, that's fine. So I'm like, okay, I'm totally cool with that. I got nothing to do. The family left this morning to go to Vegas to hang out with my mom and my brother for Thanksgiving, and I got Warrior games. So I got a Warrior game last night, got a Warrior game Wednesday, got a Warrior game Saturday.
Like a place you want to go to.
No, I don't like Vegas. You know that. You know, I'm not a big Vegas guy, so I was kind of bummed. So it's basically me and the animals, which is fine by me. I went shopping today, Brent. Got myself a turkey breast and some stuffing and a little pie and some gravy, and I'm gonna make myself a little single serving Thanksgiving dinner. Just sit there at the table and watch football.
That is spectacular. I need a selfie of that setup.
Okay, you'll get the selfie. You'll absolutely get
Don't forget.
Selfie. You know, it'd be great. I thought about just completely setting the table too, and just have one person sitting there.
That'd be a great pick.
That'd be a great pick. It might be more effort than I want to put in, because if I do that, I'll probably do it tomorrow. Because Thursday there's like so much football going on, right? I just want to wake up and watch football pretty much all day. So I don't know. I kind of went low effort. I went, okay, what do I need to have? Turkey and stuffing. I got to have turkey and stuffing, okay? And then there was a little pie there, and I go, I'll get a pie too. That's good. I not a pumpkin pie, but I got a pie, and that was it. That was it, and gravy. If I didn't have gravy, it would have been like.
I mean, I could go with that. I mean, if you were talking about just basics, like you must have, that would have been, you would have hit all my list right there.
There you go. Gravy, stuffing, turkey. Boom. You're done.
It.
You know, a lot of people are coming in with the green bean casserole and the carrots. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's not a must have though. Like if you don't have turkey or you don't have stuffing, you just don't have Thanksgiving. I'm sorry.
Agree.
I'm sorry.
And the perfect accoutrement, gravy.
Gravy. Yeah. If you don't have gravy, you might as well just say, I don't want that either. Because, I mean, who wants turkey or stuffing without gravy? Not this guy. No, hey, come on. Easy. That's like literally a misdemeanor. They're going to put you in jail for that kind of stuff. That kind of behavior. All right, let's get to the game last night. I mean, it was just, I don't know what to make of it. I mean, look, Robert Saleh on the defense, give them an award for what he's been able to do with this defense and the guys that are actually out there playing. And I want to get to that.
Yeah.
And I felt like we've gone over this before, Brent, but it's worth going over again. Christian McCaffrey may be the outside of quarterbacks. We always got to preface anything I say about the importance of a player to outside of quarterbacks. So the quarterback's the most important player. But outside of quarterbacks, Christian McCaffrey may be the single most important player to his team in the NFL. Would you agree with that?
I would 100% agree. He has done it all, just picked up the offense and put it on his back this year. Been in every game. So funny. We were so worried and concerned about his health when he's been by far the healthiest and everybody else is hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, he's just been a stud. He's just a guy you can rely on, and he's premier. And I know that we haven't broken the big runs this year, and we haven't had as much the deep threat. And so there's a lot of mess, between, the 2 and 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Hasn't been able to get through that because we don't have that burner down the field, over the top. And so I think teams are sitting on us and playing us relatively tight. We aren't getting the same push that we have in our run blocking as in years past. And then we're not we're not stretching the defense. And so, man, it's tough to get through that box if there's 9 or 11 guys in it.
Yeah.
And so I think that what you saw, Tom, last night on our first drive is what we really need to do. It's more dink and dunk and 3 yards here and 5 yards there and throw the ball out in the flat and pick up a first down and chew clock and patiently move down the field. And it was flawless. And I was like, wow, we just need to keep doing that, because I had an idea how the Panthers might play us. They're kind of letting their safeties roam a little bit and take chances. And Brock was off. Let's face it. And you got to call it. It doesn't mean I don't think he's a great player. Did great last night.
No, he wasn't good last night. He had some he just had some throws where I thought it was the wrong throw, where he put too much touch on it when it should have been more in a line. I don't really think the choices were all that bad. And we'll get to that in a minute. But McCaffrey is like the kid on your Pop Warner team, where you just get that kid the ball all the time. Just find a way to get that kid the ball. And he just run the ball. Sure, let's go to McCaffrey. Throw the ball. Sure, let's go to McCaffrey. It is amazing that look, that was the biggest thing with him, his health. And he didn't have any health last year and came back this year. And their workhorse, I'm not even sure if that applies. He may, whatever the next evolution is, he may be that, because without him, these guys are sunk. These guys aren't even sniffing the playoffs right now. They may be sniffing Cardinalville. They may be right down there with the Arizona Cardinals. If they didn't, that's how important he is to this team. It's stunning, Brent, to watch every single week, and you kind of take it for granted a little bit how great this guy is. And then you watch him and you watch everything he does for this team. I mean, one of the things he does is when he's coming out of the backfield, he absolutely has to be accounted for. And that helps everybody else out there. Like great players take pressure off everyone else. Like you watch what Steph Curry does for the Warriors. Guys get open because of Steph. And when Steph's not playing, it's harder to get open. And I'm sure you can speak to that. Having Jerry out there made everyone's job a lot easier, because you had to roll cover to Jerry. You had to know where Jerry was going to be. And when Jerry's not on the field, it's like, oh, damn, they can concentrate on us now. This kind of sucks. And it just, that's the way it is. And that's who he is this year. He makes everyone else's job just a little bit easier by just being out on the field.
Yeah, it's so true, Tom. And everybody talks about overuse, but you got to use him. And I know Kyle doesn't want him to have that many touches every game, but we got to win games. And that's why he's there. And they spell him now and then. But the difference is when he's in, it's almost like he's getting the ball. It's not like he's in and he's a decoy for 5 or 6 plays. He's getting the ball one way or another. He's so good at catching the ball, right? Running backs historically aren't great receivers. Now there's a few that are, but you don't see him dropping balls, messing things up, juggling his hands. He's getting it, tucking away, and making yards. And he's so shifty. I mean, the guy's just a pro's pro. He's just we're certainly thankful that we got him on our team. And that's probably the difference. I mean, 8-4 is a massive number. It just is
Yeah.
a massive number at this point of the season with what we've had to deal with. But all that being said, that was the defense's night last night. And our young guys are coming around and making plays and maturing right before our eyes. And the Panthers are a decent team. We made them look like crap last night.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And before we continue on, I want to let everybody know this show is sponsored by Fieldwork, the official non-alcoholic craft beer of the San Jose Sharks. You're going to see a logo come up right below Brent here in a couple seconds. Let everybody know that if Tyler Toffoli scores or assists, if he's on the score sheet, you get 50% off your beer the next day. So, and it is Thanksgiving. And if you want to bring a 4-pack to a Thanksgiving party, you're going over to someone's house and everybody's bringing wine. So you're going to bring more wine? More wine? How about I bring some beer? Go over to Fieldwork, grab some non-alcoholic beverages, or you can grab some fully loaded beverages. Grab some Pulp, their flagship IPA. They got a full slate of beers over there, from sours to lagers to pilsners to IPAs to pale ale to everything. So if you want something a little bit different, you want to get some beer for the holidays, bring them over to the party, stop by Fieldwork and do that. And if you're going down to the tank, make sure you grab some non-alcoholic Fieldwork, or hell, grab some Pulp. They got those at all the taps too. So just wanted to get that in there before the holidays. That our show is sponsored by Fieldwork. Yeah, the thank you. You're not a beer guy, are you?
No, not really. But maybe I'll non-alcoholic and try it. And see.
There you go. Yeah.
Like Fieldwork's got everything covered.
Yeah, I had some last week. I mean, I'm not a non-alcoholic. It was pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody like I would rather have non-alcoholic beer than alcohol. I mean, I like alcohol in my beer. It just tastes better to me. But for a spacer,
especially after like 3 or 4, even better.
But for a spacer, just to throw in there, easy, Lou. You're gonna pull the cord out here. Yeah, I mean, to me, here's the key. And I don't know if this is definitely part of Fieldwork's slogan. They're probably going to be like, no, that's not part of our slogan. But I look at it like, does it taste good? Like, I thought it tasted good. Does it taste like beer to me? I wouldn't say it's beer. Like, it doesn't replace beer, but it's got hops in it. It has a certain flavor that, if you kind of like a beer, I don't know, sparkling water, but tastes kind of like beer. I mean, it's your ticket. I liked it. I like them. I like cracking one open at night. So anyway, if you go down to the tank, you can have one of those. You can bring those over to the party, even if nobody's drinking at the Thanksgiving party. Bring those over.
I still want to see during a hockey game, guys on the sideline drinking non-alcoholic food. Seriously, I'm waiting for that.
That would be pretty funny. That would be great, guys. Yeah, give me one of those NAs. That'd be solid. That'd be solid. No, but the defense this year, you're right. The defense, with all the losses they've had, to be able to do what they've done, and because the offense put up 20 last night. So we can talk about McCaffrey all we want and what they did. They put up 20 points. That's it. You're not going to win a lot of games in the NFL when you put up 20 points, especially when your defense is as banged up as their defense is. But, man, they held the running game in check. The 2 Jair Brown interceptions, the one in the end zone was massive. They just, Robert Saleh, I don't know what it is. And he might be one of those guys, Brent, and I don't want to say this yet because I don't want to hold being employed by the Jets or the Giants over anyone's head as proof that you can't be a head coach in the NFL.
Yeah,
because it's the Jets and the Giants. I mean, come on.
My guess is I agree. We'll have another shot at head coach.
Yeah, I think you're probably right too. This guy loves you. He's hungover, so good. We like that. We like hungover people. We love hungover people in the chat. But some guys are good just being coordinators, not necessarily head coaches. And he's a hell of a coordinator. But yeah, that defense last night was and it has been, Brent. There are times where they get their doors blown off, right? They stepped up in class against the Rams. They had no chance. The Rams are maybe the best football team in the league. But there are times when they just find ways to get it done. And they really, I don't know if they really should with the talent they have, get it done as much as they do. But man, you're right. The young guys are coming around. Collins is coming around. Like they look good. And then Winters has been fantastic. Winters has been fantastic. Great.
You know who else is legit, even without Nick Bosa, is Bryce Huff can freaking bring it.
Yes, he is.
And maybe he doesn't have the sack count, but he got held a lot. He had pressures. I mean, he's getting back there almost every rush, and he's got his ears pinned back like Lou and freaking ready to go. So,
Lou's always ready to go.
That's awesome. I see your ears pinned back there.
Yo, she's pinned back. She's ready. Man. She's ready to go. Yeah.
So but that makes a difference. And then, any amount of pressure, we were getting some. Like I said, not a ton of sacks. I think we had 1 sack, but man, we were collapsing the pocket, and it allowed our safety. Our safeties had the best game of the year for both of them. Mustafa was all over the field making big hits, coming up on the run. Jair, not only on the run, but the interceptions. It was great. And I think everybody fed off those guys' energy last night. And, of course, D. Winters and Bryce. And so, those guys get the pub. But our interior defensive linemen, Davis, White, I mean, these guys are getting some good reps and making some good plays. And so it's just nice to see because, getting them a little bit more used to playing tough, tight-fisted defense is going to serve us well down the stretch because we're going to be pressed here these last couple games, and certainly we got Cleveland and the bye, which is, I mean, if the weather isn't miserable in Cleveland, and it has a chance to be,
miserable. I saw it like 30 and snow.
Yeah, like we gotta come out of that game because their defense is not a pushover at all. And
no, especially at home.
Yeah, and somebody's got to account for Myles Garrett every play. Like let's
they do.
Flip him, let's do whatever. Let's not single him on the right side, please.
Yeah. Please.
So yeah. So that's that. But we got to talk. So I'm sure Brock is getting his feet under him, and I'm one of his biggest fans. But he's let a few balls sail, and he's been not as quick decision making, and that little extra split second, that little extra hitch that I saw him take a couple times last night. Let for sure led to the 1 interception with the safety coming across the field. He looked like he had Ricky sitting in the hole.
That was the one that horn. That was the opposite cornerback that just
which you don't expect. But that was crazy. So somebody's got to hold that guy. Maybe we didn't have a route on the backside. I didn't completely see it to hold him, but freelancing like that, you don't expect offside corner to come across and pick you in the 2 hole. So, man.
Yeah, I didn't expect – I looked at him this way. The first one, the one to Jennings, was how do I put this? Because he should have put that one more on a line. That one hung in the air too much.
Yeah, I agree.
That was the throw that he makes. And he does a great job with this throw, that layering throw where it's up over the linebackers and gets down before the safeties. But there were no linebackers. He didn't have to make that throw there. That could have been on a line a little bit more. And look, when you hang that up there, it gives your receiver a chance to make an adjustment, but it also gives the corners and the DBs a chance to make adjustments too. So that one needed to be on the line a little bit more. The one to Pearsall, he just underthrew that one. That one's got to be a little longer, a little higher, but
he was coming up, right? He was coming up the pocket.
Yes. Yeah. I thought that was the most egregious, Brent, because that one, and I love Purdy for this. I love that he takes shots. I don't need to check down Charlie, but you got Kittle right in front of you. All you got to do is just basically throw it 8 yards to him, and Kittle could have maybe ran it into the end zone. That's how open that he was. He left his defender behind him, but And then the third one, I agree with you. You don't expect to see that corner from the weak side, kind of cruising over there. But I mean, really, they're just kind of, excuses. I mean, you got to be better. I'm with you. I'm a huge fan. I don't think they were all that alarmed. I wasn't that alarmed with them, but maybe the gunslinger thing, which I love. Maybe fewer bullets in the gun. Like
I agree with that. At least while you're coming back, right? It's about and he hasn't been there for 6 or 7 weeks. So just coming back, this is what, a second game. It's just reps, it's situations, it's movement, it's all those things, and you're a tick off. Do I think he'll be a tick off after the bye? No, but right now, it's reps, right? So that's just normal. Everybody overreacts to everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it's so ridiculous. There's so many analysts out there that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And everybody loves to overreact. Yeah, he's making this much money. Look at that's not a $50 million throw. It's like, come on, bro. Give me a break. Like, there's so many clowns.
Yeah, well, they never. I mean, no one ever remembers the game where Joe has 3 or 4 picks, or Steve has 3 or 4 picks, or Michael Jordan goes 6. Never goes 6 for 25. Because we romanticize all these guys. Like nobody ever has these terrible games. And to me, I don't mind when a quarterback has a few picks because that means he's going to test the boundaries. He's going to push it a little bit, and to me, that's okay to a point. I agree with you. I think maybe, okay, you're coming back. Let's go ahead and, it's okay to not really check it down. But in the second half, we saw it, right? Quick decision, just get it out, let your guys do their thing. Get it out, let Kittle run with it.
The first drive of the game was 100% exactly what we need to do. Yeah. And that was it. And that was going to be how that game was going to be played. And that's fine. Brock knows that. But the competitor in him, I'm sure, wants to make some big plays, and there is a little gunslinger in him, and that's exactly what you want. Like, there you go. You take a C.
Yeah, I'd say it's a C. But I mean, look, it's not like 31 votes is a massive sample size. I mean, we need at least 100 for that thing's even legit.
Yeah, that's
although, look, anybody that wants to watch this show can watch this show. I love everybody, but if you're one of the 3% that gave him an A, you got some issues. Like we need to find out what your I need to work for you. I need to work for that person, right? I could be doing this show and just vomit on myself. Hey, great show. A fantastic show.
Hey.
It was a great show. One of the best. One of your best ever, I think. I didn't mind the puke. I didn't mind it at all.
So my parents always listen to your show. They love you, by the way. And they always go, wow, that was a great show. And I'm like, what are you going to say? You're my parents. Like, what does that mean?
That was a great – exactly. Exactly. Look, people have bad games. I mean, they just do. And that's why it's so tough playing quarterback, because you got to be good like 95% of the time, if not more. You have to be really good to be considered an elite quarterback. And I just, again, it drives me crazy. I saw it on TV today because like background noise, I'll put on sports talk radio on TV, whatever show's bouncing around. And I swear, I feel like it's a referendum on Purdy every time he plays. Like every time he plays, and when he plays poorly, people can't wait to jump on him. The same people that said he was overrated, he didn't deserve $50 million, all that. Like they just can't stand when he plays well, and they just bide their time until he has a bad game. They're like, oh, let me jump on him. I told you this guy. It's the arm strength, the this, the that. He had all the weapons, and I'm like, bro, he didn't have weapons last year, and he was still good.
Yeah.
Okay, it was still like. So I just
Zero weapons.
I bring it up every once in a while because it frustrates me, but I'm kind of done with it. Like if you can't look at him and say this guy's a really good quarterback, then you just have an agenda. You just have an agenda, and you just can't get over where he's drafted. You can't get over his stature. You can't get over whatever it is you can't get over. And I'm just like, let it go. The guy, I mean, come on. So anyway, that's
it doesn't matter. There's a ton of haters out there, and you got to be objective, and you've got to call it like it is. He didn't have a good.
He didn't play good last night.
Not for him.
He didn't play good. Oh, real quick, I got to say this too. You know what else pisses me off? The guy's an underdog story. He's drafted. It was the last pick of the draft. Everyone should be pulling for this is a great story. This is a great story, and yet people want I don't like that. That story sucks.
How has Josh Allen played the last couple of weeks? Or Lamar Jackson?
How many Super Bowls Josh Allen been to?
Yeah.
How many has Purdy been to?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being ridiculous. I'm being ridiculous, but if that's the game people want to play, I could go back and forth all the time. And I said this, Brent. I go, how come Kurt Warner and Peyton Manning, when people said how great they were, and they were great, of course they were great. How come people never said about them? But look at all the weapons they have.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the weapons that's everything with Brock all the time. Look at all the weapons he has, though. Look at all the weapons he has. Well, we're going to find out here pretty soon. And we're going to get to Aiyuk because Aiyuk ain't coming back.
Oh, man.
Debo been gone, and you got guys now. So we're going to find out how good he is, and I'll bet on him. I'm not going to say I'm absolutely 100% sure I'm right, but I'll bet on Brock. I will bet on Brock and take my chances that window is going to stay open as long as they put people around Brock that can help, not offensively, but defensively as well. Yep. A complete team, because everyone needs help. Michael Jordan needed help. He didn't win championships until Grant and Pippen came around, so you can't do it by yourself. Ask Josh Allen. He's trying. He's giving it a hell of an effort. Like, I don't know,
literally by himself
carrying that team.
Yeah,
carrying that team. But as great as he is, you can't do it by yourself. So anyway,
but you know what? Look at quarterback play in the league this year. Who is really lighting it up? Stafford's probably leading in the clubhouse.
Yeah, he's been great.
Daniel Jones in Indy is probably 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
Who else? I mean, is just lighting it up.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is.
That's funny too, because I haven't heard anybody say about Stafford. Yeah, but look at the weapons he has.
Yeah.
You need help. And Stafford's great.
I know.
When I talk,
he might be my favorite. I love saying his name, but he might be my favorite player. Like the guy's incredible. A stud. He's the best receiver. You know why? You know why he's the best? Because he can separate better than anybody, and he can go deep, and he'll go across the middle, and he looks like a tight end, freaking going with no cares whatsoever, no fear going across the middle. I mean, the Cowboys aren't running CeeDee Lamb across the middle and getting lit up.
No, I love Puka. Who was he, like a fifth? I think he was like a fifth-round draft pick. Like how's he open? How's he open every time? Like I don't get it.
It's like Travis Kelce. There's a rule that you can't cover him, and nobody's allowed to cover him because they just let him go wander in the middle, and there's this big hole in the zone, and it's like, what receivers are you trying to cover instead of Travis Kelce? Because there aren't. Just Rice is back and he's all right, but it's like, like come on.
You know who that guy is this year? Jackson Smith and Jigba. How is that guy open every single time? Like they have nobody else. No, I don't even know their other receiver.
Yeah, triple team him,
and he's open every time. Like it was like Cooper Kupp like 4 years ago. It's like, how does Cooper Kupp get like? There's nobody out there, and Cooper Kupp gets like 13 targets and 9 catches a game every game. I don't get it. I don't get how they. Although I did think that McVay's, they showed it. Some of his schemes for Nakua were he went into motion and then slid in between the tackle and the guard, like coming off the line. That was pretty slick.
That was super slick.
That was pretty slick.
They can do some really cool things with him, and it's like Devontae Adams is thrilled because like all the focus can't be on him, and
Yep.
like the Rams are a threat. We've said that weeks ago.
Yeah,
and so,
I don't think there's any doubt right now the Rams are better than the Niners. But all you want to do is make it to the playoffs, see what happens. Maybe you're not even on their side of the bracket, and you just kind of take it as it comes. Because after the Rams, who is there in the NFC you look at and go, "Oh, we can't beat that team"?
It's true, but you know who the next best team is? Seahawks.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think you're right.
And so they're both in our division, and it's like, wow, okay, that's a little heavy, but we've got wins over them, and it's not like, division team can always beat another division team no matter what, no matter how high the odds are stacked against you. That doesn't matter when it comes to a division game. So we just need to keep our heads down, do what we do, bring our young defensive players along, win in Cleveland, get a bye. It might be the only time where I'd say, okay, this bye probably helps us a little bit because we've been banged up all year. Get us fresh for the stretch run, and then pin back our ears and let's go for it. Because the expectations aren't that, hey, the Niners are a Super Bowl team. Everybody's kind of discounting the Niners. We're 8-4.
Yeah.
I guarantee we're better than the Packers. I guarantee right now we're better than the Lions.
I don't think I look at the Eagles and I'm like, they can be beat. Their offense is kind of a mess.
Yeah,
their offense is kind of a mess. The Packers, I agree with you. I think the two best teams are in the division, the Rams and the Seahawks. So look, this is such a big game because if you get this one, I feel like I don't want to say guaranteed 10, but you're going to win one.
I know what game you're talking about.
Well, you're going to win one of the Giants and Titans. You're going to win one of those.
You better win them.
Those are at home. So if you win this one and you split those two, which you should win both.
You should.
But if you win, so you got 10 to me in the bag. Yeah, unless something crazy happens, injuries, stuff like that. But you win this one, you probably have 11.
Yep.
Maybe even 12.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe even 12. The Indy game's going to be tough. That one's going to be a tough one. You got Chicago at home. I don't want to say Chicago's smoke and mirrors a little bit, but they're not as good as their record indicates.
They are not, but you got to give them credit.
Yeah. No, you absolutely do.
And then Seattle make some throws this last weekend where I was like, wow, I sat up and thought, where's that been? So,
no. Well,
I mean, you got to call it like you see it, right? Like guys that I think, oh, this guy's doesn't have the right makeup or he doesn't have it. Man, it just shows you, Tom, what confidence can do for a whole team. You get a few guys playing with confidence, and then all of a sudden your quarterback's playing with confidence and doing things that you hadn't seen. And all of a sudden it becomes contagious. And all of a sudden your young defensive players are playing good and everybody's playing and strutting around, and confidence is the magic potion. Write that down.
No.
That's okay.
I don't have a pen. I'll remember it. I'll definitely remember it.
But it's fun. It becomes contagious, and
it does.
And you saw it last night with our defense. Safeties made a couple big plays, and then all of a sudden everybody was all in.
Yeah. So they play the Browns this weekend. I'm trying to think. Is it dinner time? Was that a dinner bell?
Actually, it was.
Was it?
It was Rachel LaRock, my oldest daughter, saying,
"Oh, how's she doing?
Get my dinner order in now."
How's she doing?
She's doing great. She's
she wants to order in.
She's due in February.
Oh wow! And that's going to be number 2 or 3 grandkids.
Her first. It'll be 3 for the grandkids.
Yes, 3 for the grandkid. That's so good.
Oh, dude,
that's so good. So you're gonna order her in. Like, look, she's pregnant. She gets whatever she wants.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I respond to her. I'm not gonna mess.
Yeah.
I went with shrimp fajitas.
Oh, wow. I don't know. So you're gonna order in shrimp fajitas, but will the fajitas be sizzling by the time they reach the house? That's the only question I have.
Great. That's a really good question. They probably will not be sizzling. And so sizzling at we have a great Mexican place in town, Muchachos.
What? Dallas has good Mexican food? There she is. Answer that phone.
There you go.
Anybody that's with child supersedes his show.
There you go.
Silly ass show. And so now which one of your daughters had the heart ablation? I'm getting a heart ablation. I kind of detoured there.
Wow.
I took the audience into something that was before the show.
Yeah.
But that we were talking, they had no idea, and I don't know. I blurred the lines there. They're like,
"You did.
What happened?
Worlds were colliding." George Costanza.
I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it. It just kind of came like we're just sitting there talking. So for those who don't know, yes, I'm getting an ablation because I got
wow, look at that, sharing personal stuff.
Yeah, well, I feel like I have to now. Like I feel like I kind of jumped into it, and if I don't, it's going to sound really, really awkward. Yeah, I'll just leave it.
My daughter did. While she was playing pro soccer, and she had it in Boston, and the doctor was awesome. And
wow,
she bounced back like that, and no looking back.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one done because they're like, well, you can do this or this. I go, what's the quickest one? I go, what's the one I can do and not have to worry about it again? They're like, well, your best odds are this. I go, okay, let's do it. And a lot of people get freaked out because they put you under and all that stuff. I'm like, bro, if something happens, I'm not gonna know. I'm just gonna be sleeping. I was like, I'm cool. I'm good. Wait a minute, I didn't wake up. I won't know I didn't wake up. So I'm like, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get it done. I want to get it done. Because it sucks. Because I love going out for walks, and it's hard to walk now because I got to stop all the time. Because I'm like, when your heart rate goes from 60 to 120. Anyway, this fucking people are like, shut up. Okay, thanks for sharing, but move on. Let's get back to the chicken fajitas. We don't want to hear about your face. We don't want to hear about your heart. We don't want to hear about your heart anymore. Let's get back to the fajitas. Let's go down that road. Now. I mean, obviously, Texas has great Mexican food. I went to school in Tucson, University of Arizona. El Charro is one of my favorite Mexican restaurants of all time. When I go to Vegas, Chilito Lindo is one of my other favorite. It's like half a mile from my mom's house. I love good Mexican food. So it's nice growing up in areas that have good Mexican food. The Bay Area has good Mexican food. Dallas has good Mexican. Texas. Mexican food. Absolutely. Like, are you a huge, is that, if you had to choose between Italian and Mexican, which one would you go?
Well, it's so funny because our fallback is always Mexican, but we have a great Italian restaurant in town too. Actually, a couple, and I don't go there all the time just because now Italian food is heavy to me.
Yeah.
But it's great for a change of pace. And we've got barbecue coming out our ears here in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
It's always barbecue this, barbecue that. Okay, I get it. Yeah. It's nice to have some good Mexican food. And then Italian as kind of the one-off.
So if you had to get rid of one between Mexican and Italian, you'd get rid of Italian.
Probably so.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd need 250 or 260.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't do it. I mean, I'd have to get rid of the Italian, even though I love pizza.
Oh.
And then look, let's be honest. Burritos, tacos are basically the same thing. They get basically the same thing, just it being a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I love the salsas. I love the spices. And I just love Mexican food. So I couldn't give up. I couldn't give up Mexican food. You know what I could give up? I could give up Brandon Aiyuk. I'd be totally fine giving up Brandon Aiyuk. Let's get your thoughts on that, because I got some thoughts, but I want to hear your thoughts. You might know more than I know about the situation, but it's kind of bizarre. Go ahead.
It's bizarre, and so I don't think I know anything more than you, but looking at it, and understanding where this, let's face it, he's a kid, is coming from. I'm just wondering, man, you know what?
Go ahead.
My
no, go ahead.
No, it's like everybody's throwing in their orders, and it's like,
you're getting the orders.
Yeah.
Well, now, share. What's everybody ordering? I want to know what everybody's ordering.
Somebody else ordered the shrimp. I think.
Okay, double shrimp fajita. Double. Oh, you can't go wrong with tostada either.
Oh no, that's her.
That's a flat taco.
Like it's a free for all. You know, we're going to dinner in the house, and Rachel's going to pick it up, and it's like it's a free for all. They probably don't know I'm on the show right now. I've told them, and yet they don't know. So I said, don't call me, because a lot of times that happens. Now we're texting.
Well, but I was like, that's kind of on me because it's later than it normally is. They probably think you're done by now, so I'm not gonna hold them accountable. Look, to have you on and BS and talk football, I can deal with a few dings.
The ding thing, it's probably more frustrating from my end, but much like the Brandon Aiyuk situation being frustrating. But I've thought about it a lot. And so I don't know that anybody in their right mind that says, okay, I'm not going to attend team meetings. I'm not going to do my rehab. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to pull it back in. I'm going to keep to myself. I'm going to have the threat of losing guarantees of big, significant, life-changing money. As much as I want to kind of take shots at him and go, what the heck? I'm just wondering if he's okay.
Yeah.
And that's the only road that you can kind of go down where you say, okay, maybe we better pull off, because there's no logical, common sense explanation for what he's doing. And he's hurting himself significantly. And when you're doing that, you just wonder if everything's okay with the kid. That's the only thing I can come up with.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like that. I wasn't going to go that route, but you're a more caring person.
Well, so I probably smashed your route. I crushed your route because initially I was like, are you kidding me? Like, let's get this guy out of here. He's been acting like this for a while. And then I think, just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't make any sense at all. Even if you were saying, hey, the Niners are the bad guy and they screwed me over and this, that, and the other thing. I mean, you got freaking a sweet contract, probably in the area of being overpaid. And you came back, you had the unfortunate, knee thing, you've rehabbed, you've come back to a certain point, and then what? You throw your hands up like, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, whatever. They're taken away. I don't want the NFLPA to file a grievance on my behalf. That's never been done in my lifetime that I'm aware of. And so that just makes me think, you know what? Let's make sure this kid is okay. Let's get some people around him, and there's some great people that the 49ers have. Maybe they're more on top of it than I currently know. And maybe some of these things have happened and have taken place, and it's just being reported on now, Tom. I really don't know. I know people are picking around trying to figure it out, but it's in the end, it feels like everybody's going to lose in this situation.
No, I mean, I didn't even really think about that, but I'm not the humanitarian that you are, but it makes a lot of sense to me, because my thought was, who turns down guaranteed money without even fighting for it?
Nobody.
Just like, cool, we're good, I don't want to fight. I didn't think of the I hope he's okay aspect. I thought of, God, what the hell did this guy do that he doesn't want anybody to find out about aspect? Like, unless you did something that you don't want anybody to find out about because maybe that hinders your future employment, you're fighting for that money. That's like $27 million. You're going to at least have the play. That's what the Players Association is there for.
Yeah.
You could go out and kill somebody. They'll still fight for your money. Like that's what they're there for. And you just say, nah, I'm good. I thought, okay, what could he have done to make them void the guarantees? And according to Kyle Shanahan, this was done 2 or 3 months ago. It must have been just missing rehab stuff, because that's the only thing he was doing, missing the rehab. And this whole thing, Brent, was weird from the get-go. I know for a fact that when they were going through contract negotiations, he was just being kind of a childish, I'll say, like not a grown-up, not adult about the communications he was having with the team. That I do know. And it was just kind of a weird vibe to the whole thing. Then he kept changing.
How old is he now? Do we know?
What does he got to be? 20? I can find out for you, but I'm going to guess 27. 20, yeah, I was going to guess 27. Maybe we could just pop it up on the screen so I don't got to look it up. I could, but I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, remember, this started early in his career when he was in the doghouse. And people are like, why can't this guy get on the field?
Yeah, it was.
And it was more about at 27. Okay.
Good call.
Good. Well, good, I guess.
Yeah.
But to me, that was professionalism. That was like, he's got to learn to be a pro, learn to show up, learn to practice hard, learn to do the things pros do. And, he wouldn't be the first young guy to have to deal with being a pro. Like, some people just don't understand what it takes to be a pro. It took me a little while to figure out, like, this is professional sports. This is how you're supposed to conduct yourself. This is how you're supposed to act. It's not like Pop Warner. It's not high school. This is like big time business now. So then he came around and he got it, and he was the guy, and that earned him the contract. And then you had the shenanigans throughout the course of the contract, them apparently giving him what he wanted and him changing moving the goalposts and just weird stuff.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and he has the thing with the shorts where he throws a tantrum because he has the wrong shorts on. Just stupid stuff. Just like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you acting like a 10th grader? Like, why you're making a ton of money? Be a pro now. You be a pro. You know what it's like to be a pro. Be a pro. And now this whole thing where, and again, we don't know exactly what it was. My guess was he missed rehab assignments that he was supposed to go to. He didn't hit certain benchmarks he was supposed to hit. And they just said, look, we're not going to give you the guarantees because you're not holding up your end of the bargain. I could be wrong, but that's the only thing I could think of because he wasn't doing anything else. And then he said, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm not going to fight it. You're right. And then Shanahan comes out and says that you were still hoping to get him back. I'm like, what? Well, hold on a second. In what world is that guy coming back? You know what I missed, Brent? I hate to cut you off, but I missed a week ago where Pearsall was coming back and Purdy was coming back, and George Kittle said, we're finally whole. And there was something about that hit me, but I didn't connect the dots. Like, I didn't connect the dots, like, we're finally whole. And now it's like, kind of makes sense. Like, no, you weren't, but maybe you were. Maybe Kittle knew all along that, like, okay, this is who we got now. And now we're moving forward. So maybe they've all known, and it's just getting out now. But like, people on the team knew that, like, it's over. It's done. Moving on. It's a bizarre situation, but I'm glad you brought it up because I wouldn't have thought of it, honestly. I'm glad you brought that up. But I will concur with you. I hope he's okay.
Well, it's funny, Tom, because if you look at wide receivers in the NFL today and kind of their attitude and the handful of diva-ish wide receivers that we have, that's a fine line between diva wide receiver and some mental issues. And you can't necessarily tell because it's so far out there with some of these guys. And it just feels to me like Brandon Aiyuk has been one of those guys that we've had to drag him along the whole time we've drafted him. Like, this is how you're a pro. This is how you work hard. This is how you conduct yourself. This is how you are. This is the standard. This is how you continue. And man, I mean, they paid him. I mean, they believed in him, but I'm sure obviously they've left themselves some outs in the structure of the contract because they probably believed in him, but they didn't fully trust him. And so it's just sad. The reality is it's sad because this young man, it's a lot of money. Most likely it's going to be tough to ever make that money back.
Yeah.
Whether he plays now or doesn't play for the Niners this year, because he might need to actually come back and play and establish some mark,
some baseline to show he can play.
Or else maybe he's, a minimum wage guy for somebody, because people, when you're that volatile, people don't want to take a chance on you. They'll take a little tiny flyer, but most of the time those things never work out.
Better be, if you're going to be like that, Brent, you better be like Lawrence Taylor, Aaron Donald, or like a top flight quarterback. I mean, you better be really worth it if you're going to be like a big pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because in the NFL, they don't tolerate that stuff unless you're like the top of the top of the top. And I know in other sports they do as well, but basketball, there's only like 15 guys on the team. And there's like maybe 2 guys they'll tolerate that stuff with.
Yeah.
Football, because of the sport, and you can speak to this, but because of the sport itself, you let too many guys be that way, it just tears the team apart.
It tears the team apart. And we saw it years ago with Josh Gordon, who was an unbelievable talent.
Yeah.
Couldn't get together. Antonio Brown just could not get it together and was a remarkable player. Had a ton of talent. Brandon Aiyuk isn't as talented as either one of those guys. And so he's got a long road ahead of him now, unfortunately. And maybe with the guarantees being taken away, maybe he figures out a way to find himself back on the field, shockingly for the 49ers down the stretch, and can put together some type of short game film. I don't feel like the 49ers can trust him going forward. And I don't know, whether the money's guaranteed or not, I don't know that you'd be able to keep him with his salary and think every week, hey, this could be a time bomb that's ready to explode. I just don't know at this point. So my guess is they get some cap relief after this season and send him on his way.
Yeah.
So,
I think you're right.
It's too bad. I wanted to be pissed, but I just started thinking, like, this is so weird. This is so strange. There's so many different variables here. And without him putting up a fight, it just makes me think that there's something else going on.
I love the compassion. That's why we love you. Very compassionate.
Usually in my analysis, I'm not super compassionate.
Yeah, you're very compassionate though. No, I like that, but I loved it because I didn't really think about that, and it makes perfect sense to me. And I totally agree with you.
We had a great defensive player years ago that kind of struggled under that same, scenario. And you remember who he was?
I remember who he was. Yes. All right, let's get to Lane Kiffin.
Yeah,
I want to ask you about Lane Kiffin because I'm sure my thoughts on this are going to be different than a lot of them. A lot of thoughts out there initially, because for those that don't know, Lane Kiffin, the head coach of the Ole Miss Rebels, is kind of been like the last week or so, and they're going to the playoffs, by the way. Well, supposedly they're saying if he leaves, they might not go. They're going. I mean, they have 1 loss. Even if they lose the Egg Bowl, they'll have 2 losses. But it's the same Lane Kiffin stuff, right? Where when Lane Kiffin, at the end of his, is he getting a new job? Or, I mean, look, let me just go through this. Let me go through some of Lane Kiffin's greatest hits before I get to the LSU, Florida, all this. Lane Kiffin was hired by Al Davis, the Raiders. When he was fired by Al Davis of the Raiders, I mean, it made Al Davis bring out an overhead projector. It made Al Davis say he conned me, he's a liar. I mean, like, really, Lane Kiffin is going to pull the wool over Al Davis's eye, one of the shrewdest businessmen in NFL history. Like he made Al Davis say this guy's a liar. He conned me. I'm like, so then he goes to Tennessee, and he leaves Tennessee. I think they burned like a dummy in effigy when he left. They burned mattresses outside his house. He leaves Tennessee to go to USC. Then he gets fired supposedly on or near a tarmac at USC. It just, whenever this guy moves, he was at Alabama's offensive coordinator. And Nick Saban, when he took the Florida Atlantic job, Nick Saban said, "Nah, we don't want you doing the national championship game. Beat it." Where I think he let Kirby Smart, before he went to Georgia, help coach and coach the national championship game. I think Tom Herman was part of the staff there at one point, if I remember correctly, that he let do the national champ and then move on. Lane, no, because it's Lane Kiffin. You can't. I mean, there's always got to be something with Lane going on. So now Lane's in Ole Miss after he left from Florida Atlantic, and LSU wants him. Now, why? We'll get to this in a minute. Why he'd want to go to LSU is beyond me. I know they have a chance to win. I know they got great fan support. You got the governor calling the shots. That seems a little bizarre to me. Like, yeah, maybe I don't want to go there and deal with that. But anyway, they're on the verge of going to their first ever playoffs. This could be the best Ole Miss season Ole Miss has ever had. And yet all everybody talks about is Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin going to stay? Is Lane Kiffin going? His family was seen spotted in Baton Rouge and in Gainesville checking out homes, and what's going to happen? Ole Miss said they need a decision by Saturday after the Egg Bowl. Oh, yeah, and that there is the Egg Bowl this week against Mississippi State, the rivalry between Mississippi and Mississippi State. It's unbelievable that this guy causes so much drama. I'm just curious your thoughts on this whole thing, because I got a thought on it that probably not a lot of people are going to have.
Okay. Well, my first thought is it just makes college football look so weak. We should invoke a rule that you cannot tamper with or talk to a coach or player until their season is over. And if they're in the playoffs, they're in the playoffs, because it disseminates throughout the whole organization, the whole team. It's unfair to the kids.
Yep.
And it's selfish. But Lane Kiffin, to quote Denny Green, they were who we thought they were. He's been the same guy everywhere he's been, and he's had some degree of success at some places and not others. But Lane Kiffin with money is lethal. And he's going to go to LSU, and they're going to be in the mix because he's kind of that slick used car salesman guy. Does he give a damn about his players? I do not think so. At any place that he's ever been, he might say it, he might act like it while the season's going, but he's out and he's worried about Lane. But in college football nowadays with NIL and everything, isn't that most everybody else? Isn't everybody just worried about themselves, their money, their contract, their deal? Hey, if I'm not happy, if Lane's not paying me enough, I'm switching schools. So the whole system now is created to implement selfishness. So loyalty and team and all those things that were a part of the past are breaking up and going away.
I would say that this is what my first thought was, and you'll have to excuse the language here, was fuck Lane Kiffin. Because this guy is in the middle of maybe the best season Ole Miss has ever had.
Yep.
And he's being a distraction to everybody around the program. He's being a distraction to the kids. He's being a distraction for the Egg Bowl. And now if he decides to take LSU's offer or Florida's offer, he will not be coaching in the college football playoffs. And I doubt the committee would downgrade him that much because the kids are the ones that played, and the kids are the ones that won the game. So even if they beat Mississippi State this week, have one loss, I think they're still going to be in the college football playoff, and they should. But Ole Miss wouldn't let him coach it. They're going to say, beat it, hit the bricks. So I don't think he gives a damn. I shouldn't say that. I don't know that he doesn't give a damn about the kids, but he's putting himself first. But I also want to say this too, because while everybody's saying, oh, the poor kids, they got to deal with this. They're the ones having a special season. They're the ones that, are going to be hurt by this. I got something that not a lot of people are going to say. How about fuck the kids too? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about the kids. These guys are mercenaries now. They're just like the coaches. And don't get me wrong. That's the rules. Them's the rules. I don't care. You go out there and get the most money you can. That's the way you want to do it. Whatever. That's just the way it is. There's a kid named Sam Levitt, who's the quarterback of the Arizona State Sun Devils, who led him to the playoffs last year. They got to play the Wildcats this week in the Territorial Cup. According to reports, he's shopping, or his agents are shopping his services around for NIL, more NIL money for next year, while the season's still going on, mind you. So it's not just the coaches anymore. It's the players that do this. All these players are going out. Look at the former, what is it? Iamaleava. I butchered that. Former Tennessee quarterback, now
we'll never
UCLA quarterback.
We'll never have to remember how to pronounce his name ever again.
You could be right. He plays for UCLA, so you're probably right. But the players are in this now too. Yep. So for those that say poor players, you got to be kidding me. No. The players are taking advantage of transfer. They're taking advantage of NIL, and they should. I hate the system. I hate the way it is. I think players should get paid. I think you should be able to transfer, not every single year. I think you should be able to get money, but you should be able to get money for things you've done on the field, not for recruiting. It shouldn't be used for recruiting, which it is. Whatever. That's the way it is. But I'm not shedding one tear for the players of Mississippi. How much money did they get to go to Mississippi? How many of these players are going to leave Mississippi this year if they get a better NIL deal somewhere else next year? So I don't want to hear about, oh, poor players. This is a system. Everyone's out for themselves, whatever. That's fine. So if Lane wants to go, Lane can go. I mean, this is so Lane Kiffin. The way this is played out is pure Lane Kiffin. But I don't feel sorry for the kids. I feel sorry for maybe the program, the people that follow Ole Miss, maybe the people that live in Oxford that have followed Ole Miss. They got to deal with this because they get this one special season when they got to deal with LSU and Bama and Georgia and Florida year after year after year. It's like we finally got one of those years where maybe we could win a national championship or win a couple of games in the playoffs. They're still going to be Ole Miss fans because they're always going to be Ole Miss fans. So, yeah, for them, it sucks. I don't feel bad for the players at all because they're just as transactional as the coaches are nowadays. So whatever happens, happens. I don't care where Lane goes. I hope he goes to LSU. I hope it turns into a shit show. I hope they fire him too. I hope the governor fires him. It comes to his house and fires him. And then the people of Baton Rouge have the pitchforks and the torches and lead him out of town. Like the LSU program after reading the stuff I read, Brent, I'm like, who would want to coach there? I know you get money. I know you get great recruits. You got a chance to win a national championship. You got the governor meddling in what's going on with like the football squad. Like, what is going on down there? So but that's my take, Brent. My take is F Kiffin, F the kid. I don't care. I don't care about any of them. They all get what they get. It's a transactional sport nowadays, so whatever.
Kind of feel like you and I gave very similar responses. Mine was G-rated.
Yours was G-rated.
And yours was on the edge.
I just don't care.
But you're right on. Lane Kiffin, think about it though from a negotiating position. It's negotiation genius.
Yes, it is.
3 people bidding for his services, and he didn't have to say anything. Ole Miss gave him the Saturday deadline. So everybody knows they have to have their bids in. He's got 3 people, highest winning bid wins. Florida has no state tax. And probably is, if you were thinking about it from a recruiting perspective, if you could coach at any of those 3 schools, where would be the easiest to drag kids along to?
Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Florida. I don't know that Florida's going to give him the money that LSU will give him.
Maybe not.
But from do we know who Lane Kiffin is? Absolutely. But he's no dummy.
No, he's not a dummy.
He's not a dummy. He is getting paid out big on this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And I don't know if he'll ever win. But again, whatever. Because I still love college sports. I still love watching college football.
Absolutely.
It is what it is. Right? It is what it is. I see guys now, I'm like, oh, whoa. That guy's been on 3 different teams in 3 different years. I go, that part I'd like to fix, but whatever.
I mean, it would be really hard, but if somebody offered me $100 million to be on their podcast and said you can't do Tolberts anymore, I'd say, bye, Lou.
Yeah.
Bye,
Lou. You know what? I'd be upset if it's I'm honored that you mentioned 100 million. I'm guessing it would take a lot less, and I'd be upset. I'd be upset if you turned down less. Go, look, I'm going to turn down 20 million, because what I would say to you is, look, just split it with me, and I'll come on with you.
Yeah, there you go. How about a little something? I'll be your agent.
Exactly. All right, brother. Well, I'll let you go. What do you? So, what's Thanksgiving look like for you?
It'll be probably 20 people. Dana's Dana's got the table set up. You want to check it out?
Yeah, let me check it out.
Here, let's check out the Brent take a tour.
Jones.
Let me turn
Thanksgiving table.
Here, we're in the barn.
Oh, look at the barn. That is, god dang.
Okay.
That's that Silicon Valley money right there.
Shit. All set up.
Are those is that real cow on the chairs?
I don't think it's real cow. I think it's cow print. Okay. But
okay,
you want to see this? I don't show this to many people, but I'm going to show you.
Okay.
There's my TV.
Are you shitting me? That's what? What?
Dude, I don't need this.
What's the screen size?
I'll show you how big.
Oh my God.
I'm standing at the bottom of it right there.
And is that projector or is it a screen?
It's a screen.
It's a screen.
It's a screen.
So can you got to turn that? We got one of these days. We're gonna have to do a show. I'm not sure when. Maybe like Monday night during the football game. You have to turn the football game on so we can just see what the TV looks like when it's on.
You know what? How about
holy
we'll do that when the Niners play the Colts? We'll do
okay.
Dude, it's
what? Because Bergie will be over here too.
If Bergie would ever come to Dallas.
Well, you know what? So here's the deal. Next year, you know how we go on our road trips every year. Next year, one of the games that Niners play on the road is Dallas.
Oh my gosh.
So they play Dallas on the road. They play KC on the road. KC would be a fun trip too. But
that'll be fun.
I told him, I go, if it's Dallas and if it's in like September, October, because I got to do it before the Warrior season starts. Yeah. Because once the Warrior season starts, I'm not sure when I'll be able to get away, although they get a road trip. But yeah, I go, if they go to the Cowboys, we're going to the Cowboys. We're going to Brent Jones' barn.
Come to the barn.
We got to hit your barn up. I got to hit Kirk Reeder's barn up. Brent.
Oh my gosh!
His barn is like, he took us for a tour in his barn too. You wouldn't imagine how much sports memorabilia this guy has.
Wow,
it's unbelievable.
Great name out of the past.
Oh god, yeah, and his barn's like 4,200 square feet. I go, that's not a barn, that's a house. What are you talking about, barn? So what are the dimensions of that TV screen?
Oh, I think it's like 10 by 15 or something like that.
Holy cow. And it's not it's not a projector?
No.
Oh, I can't.
But
I can't even.
The picture is spectacular. Like,
I bet it is.
Like you're on the field.
I bet it is. Now, is that where you watch? Is that where you like post up on a Sunday?
Yep. Or Saturday.
I gotta get there. That is like the most amazing screen I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Wow.
You knew
awesome.
that you'd appreciate it. I was only in charge of one thing in the barn, the TV.
I'm gonna say you won it. I'm gonna say you won that one. God dang. Well, have a happy Thanksgiving, man.
Hey, buddy, you have a great Thanksgiving too.
Enjoy the bird and the stuffing and the family. Like, it just, you're gonna have the grandkids and the daughters.
Oh, dude, I forgot.
Mean,
you're gonna be by yourself. You got to send me your pick.
I will. Make sure, if you can, send me a reminder. But I'll because I'm gonna call some and like Bergie was nice enough that he's like, oh, you got to come over. I'm like, because my son Walker and his wife Elisa will be here, and Kai, and they might be doing their own thing. But I told him, I go, you can feel free to leave me at home. Like, I'm okay. Like, you don't have to like go, oh, Dad's sad. Like, I'm gonna be. I wouldn't mind being in Vegas. I like spending the holidays with my mom and my brother, and it's a small house. We're all kind of jammed in, but it's fun being jammed in together and watching TV together and playing games and stuff like that. But I just said, look, I got to. The Warriors got 3 games this week, so I had to stay home, and someone's got to take care of the animals. So I'm here with Lou, and everyone saw Pip walking up on the fence not that long ago. So I'm here with the animals, hanging out, and I go, it's okay. I go, it's better than the Thanksgiving I spent in Charlotte. Lori had to go back to California to pick up some stuff, and she spent Thanksgiving out here, and I spent Thanksgiving by myself in Charlotte. Now, that was kind of sad. It was a big room, hardwood floor. It was a chair, like a lounge chair, and a TV. That was all that was in the room. And what did I have? I was going to pick up something Thanksgiving morning from the store. Closed. Weren't even open all day. So my Thanksgiving dinner was, I think in the refrigerator, I had a 12-pack of Coors Light, and I had 2 cans of tuna.
Sound like a Steve Martin movie.
That was my Thanksgiving dinner. Eating tuna with a fork while drinking Coors Light.
That is pretty sad.
It was like I was just sitting there by myself. And I was like, it was although no, Thunder was there with me. I think Thunder was there with me. So my dog, my Alaskan Malamute. So yeah, it was me and Thunder. So much like that, I'm just going to be here with the animals. But look, there's going to be a lot of football on.
And you've already got your Thanksgiving meal.
I've already got my meal. So it's not going to be sad. I'm going to cook for myself, set it up. I'm going to set the table up just a little bit for myself. And yeah, maybe I'll even put some like food at the table, let the dogs and cats like all around the table.
That would be
grab their meal.
Love that. Lori will think that's outstanding.
Oh yeah, she'll think that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well, enjoy Thanksgiving, man. Tell everybody that I said hi. Tell everybody I wish them a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you. We'll try to. Well, the Colts game isn't for a while, but we'll talk to you next Monday. And Perfect. Then we'll figure it out for the bye week. Maybe we'll just take the week off, and you can take a vacation or something like that. Okay. I mean, Lord knows you could use it.
Yeah, I do. I've been working too
Although I wouldn't go, Brent, I wouldn't go anywhere. If I had a TV screen like that, I'd never leave the house.
I don't go a lot of places.
No, I bet you don't. All right, Brent. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
All right, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving.
Take it easy, Brent.
All right.
Bye-bye. Oh, man. I will say that I am absolutely 100% thankful for Brent Jones and just his friendship and him coming on the show. And he's just such a great guy. I love that guy. And the fact that I got to meet him doing the radio show. That was the best part about doing the radio show. Not just getting to connect with everybody, but getting to meet people, and you have friends. You have friends for life. So Brent's God, that TV was just spectacular, wasn't it? Holy smokes. And it's not a projection screen, it's just a screen, like a TV. I can't even imagine what that thing costs. Holy cow. Everyone's saying happy Thanksgiving. Are we done? I don't know. Are we done? I don't know if Dennis still hanging around. Dennis may have taken off. Dennis may have just said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and call it a day. But I do not know that for a fact. And so let me look and see what maybe somebody that's an old message. So you guys let me know. We take some comments too. Okay, no Dennis as of now. Okay, that's fine. I mean, look, Dennis was on hold for a long time, so it just everything got thrown off today by the doctor being late. And like I can't get on the doctor because he might be actually doing something that either saving someone's life or I don't know that he was. Maybe he wasn't. But if you don't have cranberry sauce, you're lame. Huh. Well, I'm not having cranberry sauce, so I'm lame. Although I might. My son had some good cranberry sauce. Had cinnamon in it. I'm going to ask him where he got that. Maybe I'll get that. But no, as of now, I'm not going to have cranberry sauce, so consider me lame. But that's okay. I don't mind. Yes, Kittle, absolutely. Kittle is a big, big reason that run game's doing as well. But look, let's not go crazy over the run game. They're still not able to run the ball. They've been able to run the ball a couple times, or a couple games. But last night, what'd they run for? Would McCaffrey run for about 3.7 a carry? So I don't want to go crazy and go, oh my God, Kittle's back. The run game's on fire now. Run game's not on fire. Run game hasn't been on fire all year. Let's see what Kittle ran for. Yeah, 3.7 a carry. Robinson was 5.7. So between the two of them, it was 31 carries for 129 yards. So it's not terrible. A little over 4 yards a carry. But again, it wasn't the offense last night. It was the defense that got it done. So we're efforting to get a hold of Dennis. And again, I'm okay with what's going on. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Roger Craig and Christian McCaffrey before the game. Yeah, and I agree with you. Can we get him in the Hall of Fame? Can we get Roger Craig in the Hall of Fame? The man deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. 1,000. I mean, this guy was legit back in the day. He was a integral cog of that 49er machine, catching the ball. He's like the perfect back for Bill Walsh, and then catching the ball and running the ball. We get this dude in the Hall of Fame. So I totally agree with you there. But I was thinking today, I just got tired of people saying how sorry they felt for the Ole Miss football players. I'm like, wait, really? Really? How much money do a lot of these guys get to go there? If they got a better deal, they'd leave next year. If some of them got a better deal, they might leave now. And so I don't feel badly for them at all. I don't feel badly for anybody in college sports. You guys know what you're getting into. This is pro sports now. They need to have a better calendar, is what they need to do. They need to have a calendar that doesn't let things like this happen, where you cannot accept the job, you cannot be courted until the end of the season. I mean, it's lame that apparently Levitt is being shopped around. I don't know if that's something that's 100% confirmed, but those are the rumors. And I know it's happened that players shop themselves to see what they can get, to see if they want to put their name in the portal. Of course they're doing that. That's a given. So, yeah, is the whole thing kind of screwed up? Yeah, kind of. They just need a better clock to where it happens after the season's over. Like, none of this happens during the season. But how are you going to make sure, and what kind of punishments will come with a player floating his name in the portal before he's actually able to go to the portal? You don't think players and their representatives contact other universities, the one they're not currently going to or enrolled at, to see if they'd be interested if they put their name in the portal and what they could get for going there? I mean, of course they are. Of course they are. So but I'm still watching. I mean, Thursday, Friday. I'll be locked in. Friday, I'm going to watch college football all day. And so, is what it is. Players are just doing what the coaches do now. So Lane Kiffin's playing by the rules. Players are playing by the rules. I just don't want to. I don't want you to feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for any of them. I kind of want Lane to go to LSU and watch it be a tire fire. That's kind of what I'm rooting for. I think that'd be pretty funny. Because if I'm a head coach, why do I want that LSU job after I see how they treated Brian Kelly on the way out? Like, I got to deal with that. I got to deal with this board and this governor and these Yahoo. Like, please. I mean, it's pretty obvious why you'd want the job to begin with. The history, the fertile recruiting grounds, the passionate fan base, the money for NIL that you'll get. Of course, you're gonna have a chance. But boy, there's a lot that comes with it too. A lot that comes with it. But if that's the one thing I could say to college football, just get your calendar straight. Get your calendar straight so this kind of stuff doesn't happen. Okay? It doesn't happen. And you don't have coaches interviewing or talking to other schools during the school year. You don't have players shopping themselves during the year. It just wait till the season's over and then deal with it. Can they do it? I don't know. Because unlike the NFL that's able to do it, those 32 teams, how many teams are there in college football? A lot more than 32. So it's a lot harder to kind of corral and keep under the tent. And so, anywho, all right, a couple more comments. I'm going to get out of here. And I'll have to apologize to Dennis. But it is what it is. We got started late, and it wasn't to be. I could have just said I'm not going to do the thing, but I wanted to talk to the doc and kind of find out where I'm going with this thing. So, anyway, okay, you want some picks? Okay, I'm going to give you some picks. I will give you a couple picks. I'm going to give you a couple college. I'm going to give you a couple pro. For Thanksgiving Day, I like the Chiefs. I'm going to lay the 3. I wouldn't lay 3.5, but I'm going to lay the 3 with the Chiefs. They gutted out a win. I know everyone's kind of on the Cowboys now, and I had the Cowboys last week. That's the first game I mentioned. That's the first game Dennis and I talked about. I told you guys that I like the Cowboys. Didn't look good early. Looked really good late. I'll take it. But I'm going against them this week because I think everybody's still kind of thinking, okay, wow, Cowboys at home. What an offense. Like the Eagles were up 21-0 in that game. Cowboys still have some warts. There's no doubt about it. And the Chiefs coming off, the Chiefs don't have much margin for error anymore. And I just think they're better. I think their defense is better. I think their offense is still kind of underrated a little bit. Like, I think the Chiefs' offense still has more to give, and I think on that fast track. Now, if you're asking me who I like, that's the one game I would give you. I like the Chiefs. But I also kind of like the Lions and like the Bengals, too. Because I'm not sold on the Ravens. And the Packers, to me, are just kind of – I like the Lions under 3. As far as – I don't even know what the – I would not take the Niners this week. I took them last night. I wouldn't take them this week, laying 4.5 at the Browns. Browns defense is really good at home. Really good at home. Purdy hasn't been the best in bad weather. And the weather is supposed to be windy. Now, again, take this for what it's worth. This is 6 days out or 5 days out. So Cleveland, Ohio, Sunday. It's supposed to rain. And it's supposed to rain until about 4. So it's going to rain most of the game. I don't know how heavy. And then the wind is going to be 18, 19 miles an hour. So I take the under in that game. What's the total in that game? Let me check the total here. 37.5? Maybe not. It's pretty low. I don't know if I'd go that low. for a total. Anything else look good to me? Oh man, Bills, Steelers. Man, I might go Steelers. You can get 3.5 there. Never bad taking the Steelers as a home dog. No, I just like just the Chiefs. I would think, and then for Friday, see if I can give you something Friday for since you'll be home hanging out. I kind of want to take Mississippi State, and so let's see. Friday, God, I'd love to take A&M, laying 2.5 over Texas. Arizona laying 2 over ASU. I don't really have anything for you on Friday. I don't want to give you anything that I'm just throwing out there. Ohio State's 9.5. If Ohio State's 9.5, I'm getting. I'm taking the Ohio State over Michigan. If it's less than 10, I'm just going to take some principle. Even though Day hasn't had the greatest success against the Wolverines. Thank you for giving Butler. Butler was great last night. Butler was fantastic last night for the Warriors. That's the kind of game they needed. That's the kind of game they got. They did what they were supposed to do. Now you're going to play Houston tomorrow without Kevin Durant, so that'd be a nice one to get to. And I don't even know who they have Saturday. I know it's a game. Oh, New Orleans. That's one they should win. So, and then OKC next Monday. And so, look, to kind of wrap it up on the Warriors, wrap the show up on the Warriors. I said last night, quite simply, I think, you're going to be getting an assessment of the Warriors pretty soon. Hasn't been 20 games yet. I think we're at 30. What are we now? 38. I don't have to give you an assessment just yet. When I said I'm going to wait till 20, I wait till 20 to give you a full roster assessment. And the Warriors are at 19 games. I got one more game. So yeah, next week I'm going to get a couple bonus games in too, because I doubt I'll be doing a show the rest of the week. I may pop on Friday. I may just have the guys send me a link and pop out here because I'm going to be doing nothing, but I may be watching too much college football too. That's a possibility. No, I mean, look, I said this last night. It's OKC, Denver, and everybody else. The Warriors are right there with the Lakers, and to me, the Rockets, even though the Rockets have a better record, the T-Wolves, and how the Suns winning, I don't know. Not sure. But they can beat good teams. They can lose to bad teams. That's just kind of who they are right now. They're like a player short. They need one more player. Can they get that player? I don't know. I know what you're thinking. They have a pretty good trade chip. Stop. No, not today. We're not doing that today. So, but yeah, next week a full roster kind of assessment, kind of look at what they have positive, what they have negative, kind of the outlook. Although I just kind of gave away the outlook. I think they're going to be in the mix. Do I consider them serious championship contenders right now? Not really. But OKC is so good. OKC could win 70 this year. And that team is so good and so deep. They don't even have Jalen Williams right now. So, yeah, Sabonis has been out there. I got to look into that, though. I don't even know if Sabonis or AD, what they'd have to give up salary-wise to get those players. So I'm not sure. I don't know who would be involved. I don't believe give Detroit at least a half a season. At least. Okay? They've been great so far, but when a team isn't great and then all of a sudden they're great, I'm like, give me I need a little more time on Detroit. Just a little more time. they're going to start being the hunted. I want to see how they handle that. The Knicks have been okay. Cleveland's kind of been banged up. But Cleveland, I don't think Cleveland worries that much about. Like the regular season, just get a good like a 1-4 seed and go from there if you're Cleveland. Not that they've won championships, but I think they feel good about what they have and just want to be healthy. But yeah, I mean, OKC's head and shoulders above everybody right now. Above everybody. And so, and would Sabonis fit here? That I'd have to think about. That I'd have to like really kind of think about and think about the offense they run. I mean, from a talent standpoint, yeah, he would fit because he could do a lot of the same stuff that Bogut did, having him be the hub of the offense because he's a really good passer. But I don't even know if that's even feasible. I'd have to really kind of look in and see what's possible. And it's not happening until the trade deadline anyway, because whatever they do, Kuminga will be a part of it, and that doesn't happen until the deadline. And so, anyway. All right, any more comments you want to get to before we get out of here and figure out what I'm going to do? You've already had your dinner. I would like some dinner, though. You seem nonplussed, like she doesn't really care. I'm gonna take. I just said I would take it OSU if it's less than 10, and Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech's sitting at 13.5 right now. Arizona State, no interest. Like I think I would take Arizona. It went from -1 to -2, but I've already got enough invested in that game emotionally. I don't need to lose money on the game. I just don't. So I'm just gonna watch it. Just gonna watch it and hope they get the W. That's all I care about. They're having a nice season going. If they could cap it off with a win against the Devils, that would be great. But I don't need financial attachment as well as emotional attachment to that game. So out of those games, I would probably lean toward Ohio State, less than 10. And I'm the guy that likes to bet Michigan. I bet Michigan in the last few years, and they paid off. But this year, I mean, I watched what, and I know it's at Michigan, so that, that means something. But man, I watched USC just kind of rough up Michigan, and USC, they ain't Ohio State, so I just don't know how they're going to move the ball, unless Underwood decides he's going to run a whole bunch. And I think he can. He hasn't a lot this year. They're going to have to run the ball for 150, 200 yards. But yeah, Ohio State. I kind of like Ohio State out of those three. And so, yeah, I don't even know if Markkanen's leaving. I don't even know if he's on the trade. I don't know if he's good though. Yeah, he'd be a great fit. Absolute great fit. But I would like someone right on the interior that defends the rim. Like Anthony Davis to me is would be the perfect fit, right? Inside, outside, like he's your inside guy. He's the guy that can defend the rim. He's the guy that can block shots. He's the guy that is a defensive monster. Like that's the guy. But again, I haven't even really looked into it. Like how does that work? Who do they have to give up to make that one work? I can't just sit here and go, yeah, I'd like that guy. There's a lot of guys I would like, but it's not feasible to get them. Like you can't do it. Like I've dealt with when I was doing radio, there's so many people that would call up and go, "Hey, what about this guy for our 5 bench guys?" Like trades don't work that way. It's got to be a trade both teams want to do. So if let's just say you're Dallas, for instance, and you like Kuminga. Does Kuminga fit with Flag? I don't know. Yeah, because everything, if you're Dallas, is contingent upon Cooper. Like, what's best for Cooper Flag? What's best for our roster around Cooper Flag? Do the Warriors have enough draft picks to get those type of players? Because that's what a lot of those teams are going to want. They're going to want a lot of draft picks. How much draft pick capital do the Warriors have? Do they have more than other teams? Can they offer more than other teams? What kind of talent can the Warriors offer? You got Kuminga, you got Moody, you got Pods, you got guys like that. So I don't know. Again, I haven't thought a ton about the trade market. I just know they're one guy short. And maybe as we get closer to the trade deadline, because there's no sense talking about it now, just because Kuminga can't be traded until the trade deadline. And he's going to go in a trade. Like, that's what teams will be looking for if they're enticed by his talent. They'll want somebody who's young. They'll want somebody who's athletic, somebody they think maybe the asset has been underutilized and that he could be better in their system. Because of the money, does one of the vets have to go, Draymond or Butler? And then what does that do to your championship, equation? Because ultimately, I think that's what you're trying to get to, right? If you're the Warriors, in Steph's, waning years, which they're not really waning. Not really waning. He's still pretty damn good. But you're trying to win a championship. It's not about making the playoffs or just being competitive. It's about giving yourself a legit chance at this point. Like, see if you go get one more championship out of this run. So that's what you're looking at. So you got to look at what you can give up that will entice another team to give up somebody that makes your team a championship contender. So do they need a superstar? How about two good vets? That can defend, that know how to play basketball, that can shoot a little bit, that have been in the playoffs, stuff like that. So again, once we get closer to the trade deadline, we'll have a pretty good idea of what's going on. So, all right, everybody, have a great Thanksgiving, a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully, either you're with family now or will be with family soon. I love Thanksgiving. I love being able to spend it with the people that you love. In this case, it's going to be the animals that I love this Thanksgiving. Yeah, I love you. You're going to be spending Thanksgiving. Well, you spend every day with me pretty much, unless I'm gone. So I'll be here with the animals. I'll be here with Lou. I'll be here with Kit. I'll be here with Pip. I'll be here with the bunny. And so we're going to have Thanksgiving together and watch some football and cook up some. I'll even give Lou some turkey too. So look at her. She's like, will you stop? See, if you give her, that's the problem. If you give her too much attention, she just starts going nuts. Don't look at me like that. Don't you do that. She's like, who me? I know. I know. Come on. Don't do that. No. Say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Say happy Thanksgiving. I know. I love you too. All right, you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a great day. Cherish the time you have with your family. And if we have anything coming up this week, we will let you know. We'll tweet it out there, or whatever. We'll get it to you one way or the other. And so, and thank you guys. I appreciate you guys being part of the show too. If you want to like, subscribe, or get other people to like and subscribe and be part of the community, we're thankful for our sponsor, Fieldwork. And if you're going, like I said, if you're going to Thanksgiving parties, going over to someone's house, and you don't want to bring wine, bring some beer. Bring some Fieldwork beer. They'll be happy you did. You'll be happy you did, because you'll have something good to drink. And you'll know you have something good to drink because you brought it. I have some in the fridge right now, along with some other beers as well. And I'll be enjoying those Thursday, and I'll be enjoying those Friday. While I'm just kicking back in the house, chilling, watching some football. So enjoy, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. See ya.